This Super 8 film that you're seeing now was shot by my grandfather, Kjeldrup Sørensen, in the early 1970s from his cabin in Ørnes in northern Norway. And it's from that time a Hurtigruten boat that's passing by. And I remember when I was there myself as a kid, I always wanted to go with one of those Hurtigruten boats. So in October 2024, me and my wife Mao got the chance, together with her sister and my brother-in-law and several other participants from Thailand, to go with the Hurtigruten all the way from Trondheim to Kirkenes in northern Norway. We were supposed to go from Bergen, but there were some technical problems with the boat, so we did fly to Trondheim instead. And we had a stop of 5 nights in Lofoten. So this is a movie that I made with my iPhone and my drone. So hope you enjoy watching it.
Now you can relax. Only one.
Ja,
Tack
så mycket. Tack.
So then just find a seat for everyone. Enjoy. Yeah. We will just set up the table.
Love, it seems, slips away just like any dream. I fail to see his memory means so much to me. Say, why is it so?
The food aboard the Hurtigruten is, in my opinion, fantastic. But of course, you have to appreciate the Norwegian cuisine, because that's what they are trying to concentrate on. So you will get a lot of fish, and you will get lamb, and you will get all the traditional food that you find in Norway. And they even have it divided into sections. So when you are in southern Norway, you get that kind of food, and once you move up higher and higher north, then you will get the specialties of that part of Norway.
It's also very nice. Yes. If you take a picture. Yeah. Of what? Of the picture of what? No, look. When you stand here. Okay.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm cheating a bit here because Anna von Hauswolf is not Norwegian but a Swedish artist, but I just think that her music fits perfect as a soundtrack to the Nidaros Cathedral, and I myself think that the whole church was actually fantastic in the architecture and the light and so on. Even though I'm definitely not a Christian, I still appreciate it very much.
That life will go on.
There's a quietness and slowing down when you're being aboard on the Hurtigruten. I mean, you can't leave the boat when it's away from harbor, and the scenery is hypnotizingly beautiful. Very quickly I felt a calmness, and since I'm born in Norway and grew up the first years of my life there, I also felt like a sort of homecoming. I don't know how much of an impact it has on a person at all if all of their genes are from a certain place. Maybe it's just imagination, but I just felt such a strong feeling of belonging to these fjords, these mountains and these ocean waves.
Jag vet inte. För den här kolvan på 13. Ja. 155.
Det blir det värt.
Nu är det den här på 12.
This part of the journey was maybe a highlight for me. I was born in Bodö, but my grandfather and grandmother lived in a small village called Tromsjord. I might not remember the first years of my life there, but I was going there most of the summers as a kid. And what you see here is the coastline of Melöy. Many consider this is the most beautiful part of the Norwegian coastline. And I haven't been here since 1987. and seeing the entrance into the deep fjord that leads to Glomfjord at the very end of the fjord, remembering riding with my grandfather in his old truck to do some plumbing work, riding a bicycle around the mountain roads. Well, let's just say it was emotional.
In a moment, all went screaming wide until the darkness killed the light. I remember running to the sea, the burning houses and the trees.
This is Salstraumen, the strongest tidal current in the world. This is also the road from Bodö to the village where I spent my summer holidays, Glomfjord. Back then you had to take the ferry, but now they build the bridge, as you can see. And to go here with a rib boat was fantastic and see the maelstrom vortex close up. The tidal current here can reach 40 kilometers per hour, so don't even think that you could swim here and get up on the shore. I think this was the nightmare of sailors back then that led to the imagination of the kraken sucking big ships down to the bottom of the ocean.
I reached inside myself and found nothing there to ease the pressure of my ever worried mind. Oh,
All my powers waste away. I fear the crazed and lonely looks the mirror sending me these days. Oh,
touch me. How can it be? Believe me, the sun always shines on TV.
hold me
Close to your heart,
touch me.
give all your love to me.
Please don't ask me to defend the shameful lowlands of the way I'm drifting fluently through time. Oh, yeah.
I reached inside myself today, thinking there's got to be some way to keep my troubles distant. Oh, touch me. Stolt som en ulv og en kriger indeni. Vi som en vølv, sandhed siger, sæt os fri. Følg månens lys ud i havets dyb, til din havbølge dum
I really enjoyed this museum, showing how also Lofoten was a very active place for Vikings over 1,000 years back in time. So this place called Borg, you will find the world's longest reconstructed longhouse, and you go inside, you can smell the tar and fire, and you can hear stories about the Norse Vikings, learn about the crafts and experience on how they lived in the Viking age. So if you would ever be in Lofoten, I can really recommend going to this museum and learn more about the Vikings.
This is the way that it feels. Beyond the border and out of reach. I'm hiding in places where no one can find me. Touching the simple life. When summer comes breezing, I like to be there. The sun and the sea.
The Devil's Gate is a short but tough climb just outside of Svolvär. It's a fantastic view with a rock stock between two sides of a mountain. It's only a 3-kilometer climb up and down, but not the easiest to do. But at least an old fart like me could do it, so...
This is the way that it feels. Climb to the top of the highest mountain. See what is hidden behind the blue curtain. See what is given to us. When summer comes breezing, I'd like to be there. The sun and the sea and a breath of fresh air. There's nothing so sacred, there's nothing so true. Somewhere in
We had to wait in the evening in October for our boat Trollfjord to arrive, but we were lucky to have an exploding show of the northern lights when waiting. Since I've lived in Kiruna in the north of Sweden and Tromsö, it wasn't the first, but still I was happy for my friends from Thailand to get this experience. The weather for the remaining part of the journey was stormy, rain with snow, and I liked that a lot. I wandered on deck and thought about how the Vikings handled the rough Atlantic weather. Did they have any shelter on board, or did they just enjoy it like I do? But on the other hand, I have my thick and warm fälgräven jacket, and anytime I can go back into the ship and get a warm cup of coffee. In October 1995 I moved to Tromsö, and I tried to find a job there, but in the winter I crashed a car when driving to Kiruna, and that adventure came to an end. So I gave up on my northern adventure and moved to Stockholm, where I still am. And I sometimes wonder how my life would have looked if I didn't crash the car and found a job in Tromsö. It feels melancholic to see Tromsø again after 29 years. That's a lifetime, and still it passed so quickly. The storm was so severe that the road to Nordkap, or North Cape, was closed. We tried to get there by calling private taxi companies, but they all refused to drive us there. The risk was too high to be blown off the road, so disappointed we had no choice as to cancel that very last part of the trip to North Cape. Kirkenes is at the end of this journey and it feels like the end of the world. This was the most bombed town in Europe after Malta during World War II, and the monument of the Soviet soldier is a reminder of how Stalin's army liberated this town. In the light of the recent Russian warmongering, it feels so strange to see this. This town has some massive tunnels underground to protect the population from the bombs during the World War II. The museum in Kirkenes was great. Kirkenes was in the furnace of the fighting between Nazi Germany and Communist Soviet. It was fascinating to see the propaganda from both sides. Especially the Soviet propaganda was futuristic, raw and industrial, reminding of similar styles used in, like today, China, North Korea and other countries ruled with an iron fist. Being so close to the Russian border, there is a Russian consulate in Kirkenes. It made me happy to see the Ukrainian hearts hanging in the trees outside the consulate with the Ukrainian flag colors of yellow and blue. Also the spontaneous memorial someone made to honor Navalny, who were murdered in prison with Putin's approval. Seeing this car parked nearby, that warmed my heart as well.